Imagine waking up one morning to find your entire town has vanished. No sound, no footprints, no struggle, just silence. Only a few bloodied tools left behind and whispers in the wind. This isn't fiction. This really happened in Alaska, and to this day, no one knows why. In the far southwestern corner of Alaska's rugged coastline lies a place once known as Portlock. In the early 1900s, it was a bustling little settlement, a fishing and cannery town filled with hard-working men and women who lived off the sea. They fished, they hunted, they built homes, and they raised families among towering pine trees and icy mountain air. Life was harsh, but peaceful, until it wasn't. It began with whispers in 1905. Fishermen who went deep into the forest to hunt or gather wood sometimes didn't return. When search parties went looking, they found nothing, not even bones. Then strange noises began echoing from the mountains, like heavy footsteps or deep growls that didn't sound like any bear or wolf anyone had ever heard. The locals gave it a name, Nantinaq. In native Alutiiq legend, it meant the half-man, half-beast. Some said it was a giant creature covered in dark fur, with glowing eyes and a smell like death and rot. At first, people laughed it off, but then the bodies started to appear. In 1920, a group of lumberjacks found the torn remains of one of their own, his body mangled, his head crushed with incredible force, as if by a massive hand. Another hunter was found half buried in the moss, his rifle twisted like wire. No bear could do that. The townsfolk grew terrified. They started locking doors at night, keeping fires burning till dawn. But even then, people went missing, sometimes whole families. By 1940, fear ruled the town. Those who stayed began reporting something even stranger. Footprints, enormous, human-shaped, appearing overnight in the mud near homes. Fishermen swore they saw massive shapes watching them from the trees. And the smell, that same foul odor of rot, always came before someone vanished. The town priest tried to calm people, saying it was superstition, but even he admitted he heard screams echoing from the forest late at night, screams that sounded almost human. Then came 1949, the year Portlock died. One summer morning, a group of fishermen returned from sea to find the town deserted. Cabins stood empty, tools were dropped mid-use, food sat half-cooked on stoves. It was as if every man, woman, and child had simply walked away. No farewell notes, no bodies, just silence and a few bloodied footprints leading toward the mountains. The U.S. government sent investigators, thinking maybe it was an attack by wild animals or even rival trappers. But there were no signs of struggle. No storm, no disease, no migration records. The people of Portlock had simply vanished. When journalists later asked the surviving fishermen what had happened, they refused to speak. Some even changed their names. One elder finally said, "It came out of the woods. We all saw it, and we never went back." For decades, the land lay empty. The forest grew over the old roads. Nature swallowed the town whole. Today, only broken wood, rusted tools, and a few collapsed cabins remain. Even the modern Alaskans, as tough as they are, refuse to settle there. Locals still call it Port Chatham, but they say no one dares to stay overnight. Hunters who camp nearby speak of strange howls that shake the trees, of rocks thrown at their tents from invisible hands, and sometimes they find giant footprints in the mud, too big, too wide, too human. Scientists claim it's all myth, a mix of hysteria and bear attacks. But others believe Portlock's people encountered something ancient, something that still lives in those mountains. To this day, no one knows what really happened. All we know is that an entire town, men, women, and children, vanished without a trace, and the forest of Portlock still keeps their secret.